The battlefield of the 21st century has evolved dramatically. Autonomous drones fly overhead, cyber warfare disrupts command networks, and hypersonic missiles threaten targets thousands of kilometers away. Yet, amid all this rapid advancement, one beast of steel continues to hold its ground, the T-72. In its upgraded form, the 2025-72, this main battle tank remains a cornerstone of armored warfare across dozens of countries. You're watching Drive Trend, and today, we dive into why this battle-hardened machine refuses to be retired. Originally developed in the Soviet Union in the 1970s, the T-72 was designed for mass production, survivability, and the raw firepower needed to face off against NATO's armored columns. It was cheap, effective, and lethal in the hands of trained crews. Fast forward to 2025, and what we now see on battlefields is not your grandfather's tank. The 2025-72 is the result of relentless modernization, upgraded armor, better optics, digital fire control systems, and new active protection technologies. And yet, its DNA remains unmistakably T-72. What makes the 2025-72 still relevant in an era of robotic warfare and satellite-guided weapons? For one, it's the sheer number of them. Over 20,000 T-72s were produced globally, in many countries, especially in Eastern Europe, the Middle East, Asia, and parts of Africa, still operate or store large fleets. Instead of scrapping them, nations have opted to upgrade them. It's far more cost-effective than buying entirely new platforms. And when you're facing an insurgent threat, defending rough terrain, or preparing for conventional warfare, a reliable tank like the 2025-72 is worth its weight in gold. On Drive Trend, we track military trends that shape tomorrow's battles. The story of the 2025-72 fits perfectly. One of the biggest drivers behind its continued use is modularity. Defense contractors around the world, Russia, Ukraine, India, and even NATO-aligned countries, have developed their own upgrade packages. These include reactive armor tiles that detonate on impact to deflect anti-tank weapons, infrared jamming systems to fool guided missiles, and battlefield management software to link tanks with drones and infantry units in real time. Some of the most advanced variants feature thermal sights that allow targeting in complete darkness, digital maps for rapid maneuvering, and even new autoloaders that reduce crew fatigue and increase rate of fire. These upgrades transform what was once a Cold War relic into a formidable 21st century weapon. Let's talk about firepower. The core of the 2025-72 is still a 125mm smoothbore gun. But now, it's firing modern kinetic energy penetrators and guided missiles, capable of striking targets beyond the line of sight. Combined with modern rangefinders and ballistic computers, the gun can destroy targets with pinpoint accuracy. The result, a tank that not only survives but thrives in hybrid warfare. On Drive Trend, we often highlight how geopolitics drives military procurement. The 2025-72 is a textbook example. Countries facing embargoes or economic limitations can't always buy the latest Western tanks like the M1 Abrams or Leopard 2. But they can afford to upgrade their T-72s. That's why nations like Iran, Syria, Algeria, and India have continued to invest in T-72 modernization programs. Even Ukraine, during its ongoing conflict, has fielded heavily upgraded T-72s alongside Western-supplied tanks. Mobility is another factor. The 2025-72 isn't the heaviest or fastest tank, but it was built to maneuver in mud, snow, and rugged terrain. Its wide tracks, powerful diesel engine, and low profile make it harder to detect and easier to deploy. In many terrains, it outperforms more advanced but heavier Western tanks. And because it's so familiar, crews can be trained quickly and maintenance is straightforward. Of course, the 2025-72 isn't invincible. Modern anti-tank weapons like the Javelin, NLAW, and drone-fired munitions can take out even upgraded variants. That's why survivability upgrades are so important. New explosive reactive armor, air bricks, cage armor to defeat drone attacks, and active protection systems like Arena M are being installed to protect against top-down and flank attacks. These enhancements don't make the tank invulnerable, but they significantly increase its chances of survival in a complex battlefield environment. We've seen these tanks in action recently, from the streets of Aleppo to the plains of Eastern Europe. In each case, the upgraded T-72s have shown that they can still deal damage and provide critical support to infantry. They may not be the stars of a high-tech military parade, but they get the job done. That's why, Here on Drive Trend, we consider the 2025-72 one of the most underappreciated but impactful machines still in operation. Interestingly, the tank's psychological value is also important. For many militaries, fielding tanks, any tanks, sends a strong message of deterrence. Tanks are a symbol of hard power. And even if AT-72 is 50 years old at its core, the sight of it moving down a contested road still has the power to intimidate and influence. Another reason the 2025-72 remains in play is logistics. Spare parts are widely available. Knowledge is widespread. Mechanics, engineers, and suppliers know how to keep these tanks running. In a world where supply chains are often vulnerable, especially in wartime, having a tank that you can repair with locally available tools and parts is a huge strategic advantage. For defense analysts and historians, the ongoing relevance of the 2025-72 is a fascinating case study. It proves that a well-designed platform can endure across generations. And more than that, it proves that war isn't always about having the newest toys, it's about using what you have to the greatest effect. As we look ahead to the next decade, we can expect the 2025-72 to continue evolving. More countries are experimenting with eye-assisted targeting, semi-autonomous driving features, and drone coordination. Imagine a 2025-72 that can operate alongside an unmanned aerial scout, receive enemy positions in real time, and strike with precision before the enemy even sees it. That's not science fiction, that's the near future, and this old warhorse is still riding into it. Thanks for watching Drive Trend. If you found this video informative, hit the like button, subscribe for more military and defense tech breakdowns, and drop a comment below. What do you think about the future of tanks like the 2025-72? Until next time, keep your engine running and your optics clear.